7 teams fighting for 6 playoff spots. 2 weeks to go, Mike. Welcome to Clubhouse Weekly. My name is David Robinson, co-host. Michael Robinson, the spirit of the league. Top of the league now. Michael Robinson, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Feels good to be where I'm at.
Yeah, it's been a long time at the top, and, it's kind of sucks being in second. I don't like it. And I think we'll be able to remedy that this weekend. Mike, a little bit, real quick side note, we have 2 weeks left to go in the regular season. I've been mistaken all year. I was under the impression that this was a 13-week regular season with a 3-week playoff, and that is how it should be.
Why does this bother you, Dave?
Well, I beat up on the commission a little bit last week, so I kind of want to take it easy on this week. But this is something I don't even really understand, but now I'm starting to understand. So I think maybe for the rest of the people, you just explain real quick why you wanted it to be a 12-week or a 13-week. I would prefer a 12-week regular season. 13 weeks is okay. I mean, really, it's not going to hurt me as much as it's going to hurt some of the other teams, because what happens when we get to this, if we get to the Super Bowl here and it's week 17, I mean, you're going to have teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, the LA Rams, the New Orleans Saints, all possibly sitting their best players because they don't want them to get hurt. And then all of a sudden you don't get a pure Super Bowl like we deserve.
Yeah, so I'd say teams like Jamie, Jamie,
Alex,
Jack,
Rams. Jack,
Alex.
Yeah. I mean, these teams are going to be hurt by this. And
Steven, if Steven somehow's around.
The Texans will probably grind it out. The Texans will have to. They'll grind it all the way. It actually might help him. It throws a wrench in the system that I just don't like. And I think it's just something that the commish, went with the auto settings. And
it's overlooked, I guess.
I talked to him about, the playoffs, how many teams should make the playoffs and things like that. And it's something that, I guess I failed to advise him on as well. Actually, I'm kind of miffed by the fact that Yahoo has this as their default setting, that you'd have a 17-week season. But we are where we are. Can't change the rules now. So we got to deal with what we have. What do you say, Mike? We're going to look back at Week 12. Exciting week. Really
very exciting week.
Close games. A lot of shifts in the dynamics in the league. Like I said, 7 teams looking for 6 playoff spots. 2 weeks to go. And really, it's still just 7 teams. Yeah. There's none of the other guys can get in. Derek's out. Team Who Cares is out. The Lone Rangers is out. And it's down to 7 for 6. So good luck to everybody, and we'll see what's happening. Mike, what do you say we look? Let's look at your matchup first. The Sweden House with favorites and the Lone Rangers, obviously predicted as a big win for you, but you get a little competition from.
He has big performances out of Ezekiel Elliott. Basically, everything else is boilerplate. I mean, you could say I played Dak Prescott instead of Tom Brady, but that's, whatever.
Right. And that's a tough
Sony Michel has a big game.
That's one of the things that we could touch on a little bit, too, is that the 3 Thursday games really do put you in a bind. You're really, you just don't have as much flexibility in your roster when we're down to, I think there was a few teams on the bye, plus 6 teams already played, and there's just not as much flexibility even with the players you want to pick up. I mean, if you had locked somebody into a running back spot, and then all of a sudden for me, I've got A.J. Green locked in at wide receiver. Right. I don't have anybody I can pick up. I had to pick up some bumpkin to play wide receiver this week. So, anyway, Juju, 97-yard touchdown pass. You like that, I'm sure. Melvin Gordon, you had that. I mean, here's what happens, folks. Melvin Gordon out for 3 weeks, Mike.
Oh, yeah, definitely hurt. I'm still stacked at the running back position. That's going to cost me at least 9 points probably on average per game.
Right.
Going into some tough matchup against you next week, which does concern me.
Right, and what I'm saying is that the Chargers go ahead and play him with the sore knee, the hamstring injury against the Cardinals, and I don't think they should have played him.
No, either do I. I had actually made steps. I was fine with playing Sony Michel.
Yeah, there was no reason to play him, and they play him, and they're gonna pay for it. I mean, Melvin Gordon is. Austin Eckler is not Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's a special player,
special athlete.
Good play for you by Jared Cook over Trey Burton.
Yeah, that was a matchup thing.
Another note I want to make is that the 2 teams that do carry 2 kickers on the weekend week-out basis are both officially eliminated from the playoffs. So congratulations, Derek. Congratulations, Tim. I hope you take your 2 kickers, into the toilet bowl.
Shove them right up your ass.
I think they still have those other teams play each other in the playoffs.
Right, I got nothing but love for you characters, but obviously you guys are not watching.
Not watching.
We take a little more time on this than your average guy, I'm not saying.
Golden Tate hasn't showed up for you yet. He's in Philadelphia. I thought that might be a good thing for you, or at least a neutral thing for you. Really, he's done nothing since he's been in Philadelphia.
No. He's actually I've considered him as almost a
drop.
Yeah, expendable player.
Yeah. If we need to make a move, I hear you there. I like your thought process there. Moving on to the Breeze Knees versus 4th and 20. We called it here on Weekly. We called this matchup on the dot, and Jack was dealing without those Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
no Chiefs playing this week.
This is exactly what you're talking about when it comes to Week 17.
I mean, honestly, just look at his overall point total, and that's not something I really harp on. But if we go back to Week 6,
I've had 1 week like this though too.
Week 6, Week 5. We're talking about Jack being 100 points ahead of everybody in the league, undefeated, and now here he sits at 7 and 5. And really, he's not even that good on points.
No,
So I mean, really, it shows what I mean. If you're not digging out there in waiver land early in the season, picking up depth, it's going to cost you right now, and it's burning Jack up right now. And really, this is just one of those matchups where Jamie gets the number she has to get.
Yeah. The only thing I got to say about Jamie's lineup is Kenyon Drake. He goes out for a big number. I mean, I know that's not necessarily guaranteed. But I'm looking at I'm looking at the matchup versus Indianapolis. Not that great a run defense over there. I probably would have Kenyon Drake. That's my only addition to her team.
Well, let's see. I think I'm going to disagree with you, and this is why. Drake has been a boomer bust player every single week. I mean, there's been plus 20s, 20 plus games, and then there's been the 5-point games, right?
In my notes, I have a Kenyon Drake question mark, not like
and I'm with you. And trust me, I mean, I own Kenyon Drake in a different league. If I would have played him, I'd have had a better result in a different league this week. Drake really, he's more in that he's like James White light. He's the pass catching receiver. The problem is they have Frank Gore out there. Gore gets 19 carries last week. Drake only gets 6. He just happens to catch a touchdown pass and run for one. And I think he had 14 touches total.
All right, so my notes on Jack's team are simple. It's just Corey Davis versus Kiki Cooter.
Yeah, Kiki Kute. Kute, I think, is how he likes to pronounce it. And I agree with you if you're criticizing that call. He goes against Yahoo, and he goes against what I would have done. Corey Davis, much better play than Kiki Kute. He is definitely the third receiver out there, and he has been all season. He had a couple of decent games early in the year, but now we're looking at DeAndre Hopkins and Demaryius Thomas ahead of him.
Yeah.
And Houston gets up that game. And
I get it, but I just feel like that Houston game, even though it's against Tennessee, we're going to see a lot of points scored out there. I would have went with my Houston player.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but it's a close call.
It's a close call.
I'm not like busting your balls on this one.
Corey Davis is a better player. That's just all you have to look at. And like we said, no Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers underperforms. I mean, the depth issues are there. We're starting, Peyton Barber, Josh Gordon, Tyler Lockett, Vance McDonald. I mean, it's up and down.
Everything else is basically boilerplate on that one.
Yeah, and Jamie gets a win, a big win. Late in the season, had to have it, and she puts up just barely good enough a number. 105 is not something I'm going to brag about, but, she didn't put up a total dumpster fire and end up losing a game like this, so good for her. Moving on to the next matchup, let's go with the Tate versus Derek's team, the auto draft for the loss team.
My notes say good lineups by the boys. Tate just is got a better team.
And here's somebody who's addressed depth issues throughout the season. Now, we talk about Jack's team and the Chiefs. We talk about Anthony's team and the Carolina Panthers. We talk about Lick My Tate and the LA Rams. LA Rams on a bye this week, and Lick My Tate still puts up 136 big points on the back of his depth. We've got guys like Phil Rivers. We've got guys like Marlon Mack. We've got guys like Matt Breida. And he still has that huge advantage at tight end having his accuracy.
No, I just think I drafted better. I don't think I'm necessarily a better player than Alex. I drafted slightly better, but he's out there making just the same moves as I am every week. We're trying.
No, making big moves and gets himself a crucial victory. I mean, he is not. I mean, nobody's actually mathematically clinched, but I like Alex. I like his record. I like where he is on points. This is a playoff team.
Yeah. Alex faces Steven and Jamie. He faces Steven this week coming up and Jamie the next week. So we're looking at that more.
Yeah, he's really going to be the litmus test on who might get in and out on those other two as well. Really, I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about a team that's been eliminated from the playoffs. 2 kickers still, though, and you are eliminated from the playoffs. I mean, really, and then Alex, just a consistent performance up and down. Everybody in double digits. No huge performances, but you don't need a huge performance when everybody puts up 10-plus points.
No, we're fans, Alex. Good job.
Yeah, well done. Good on you. Good on you. Good pickups across the board throughout the season. I mean, honestly, real quick, Chris Carson, probably not drafted. Marlon Mack, definitely not drafted. Tyler Boyd, not drafted. I mean, 3 guys that started for him last week that come through in the clutch. And he was dealing with bye issues and injury trouble. Marvin Jones Jr. out for the season now for the Lions. That's
he's going to have to
address that. Let's go over to, let's do this fun one here. We had Amari's Sodomizer.
Oh, this was a good one.
Versus Ridiculousness. Now, we called this one correctly last week.
We did.
No, I think we called it out of spite.
With a little venom.
Yeah, a little venom. A little venom. Le'Veon Bell still on
the bench. You talk shit about my boy. You know, that's still my boy right here.
Le'Veon Bell still on the bench. I mean, he did declare today that he's just his mascot, and I guess he just wants to play with one less player, if that's what he wants to do.
Thanks.
Good for him. Yeah. Anthony puts up a good number.
Anthony's still a tough squad. We can't throw shade on him all the way.
Puts up a good number.
Guy's gonna be tough.
And he gets performances out of his Carolina Panthers. A huge breakthrough. I mean, Christian McCaffrey. I talk about him every week.
Yeah, guy's one of the most amazing athletes in the world.
Goes for 41 points.
That's dumb.
Amazing. And honestly, I mean, if we look up and down the lineup, that Calvin Ridley going for, I mean, he fumbled at the goal line on a 40-yard touchdown, possibly a 42-yard touchdown pass. Ridley fumbles at the goal line. That's -2 right there. Yeah. When in reality, that should have been a +6, so that's an 8 point.
Tell me why you didn't play D.D. Westbrook. I know D.D. Westbrook went off for points. I don't watch the bottom. I figured you might know more.
I mean, I'm not going to play a Jacksonville receiver at Buffalo.
I mean, Amendola is only supposed to get 9 points. He's supposed to get. I know I'm the same. No, I get it. Okay,
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's a close projection matchup.
He goes with the high-profile player.
He probably went with a higher floor player there. I mean, maybe he just went with the white guy. That's a possibility, too. I don't know. I'm not going to throw too much on him there.
Either mind, that was a question mark. I need to ask you.
That's a question mark play. Plugs in Austin Eckler. Great play for him. He really, I ran into this myself. We talk about it every week about how you want to play the team that's playing. You want your defense to be playing Buffalo.
Yeah.
He plugs in Jacksonville and they put up a donut. A bagel for him.
That's tough. So you did what you're supposed to do.
And for Steven's team, I mean, it's about them Houston Texans, and they give it to him.
Yeah, that was fun. I was hardcore cheering for him. I do gotta say, I do not like him sitting Amari Cooper.
No,
it makes no actual sense to me.
I don't like the Jarvis Landry play. I would go with Cooper over Landry, and I think that Steven will for the rest of the season. I think Cooper finally had that breakout game where he's established himself in Dallas. Only been there a few weeks. Really going to be that number 1 target for Dak Prescott.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, and I think that Steven will make the adjustment, and it doesn't cost him.
I get why he waited 1 week, but it's still, I would have played Cooper. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, he goes into Monday Night Football needing 60, 70 points, and he's got he's playing
4 players.
Yeah, he's playing all of his boys.
Oh, wasn't there another one too?
Yeah, Houston. Yeah, the kicker, Houston's defense.
No, Lamar Miller, he sat too.
He did sit Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller had a huge game.
That's a huge game for him, but that's still 12.37 projected points.
He plays Gus Edwards instead. I think that was a little overthinking there.
Yeah, it's right there though.
It's a little that's a little overthinking. That's playing the kid who just got the job over playing an established pro. I play the established pro there. No, but he gets the win. We called it last week on Weekly. Play Eric Ebron. Do not play David Njoku. And he gets a +5 out of that deal, too. So, fucking Ebron. Good on you.
Yeah, fucking Ebron.
I think that moves us to the last matchup of the week, Mike, which will be the closest matchup of the week.
It's you versus Team
Failure. Who cares?
Who cares? No, it's Team Who Cares.
Yeah.
I asked him today simply. I was like, is it Team Who Cares? Or is it Team Who Cares?
What are you saying?
He goes, no, it's Team Who Cares.
Yeah, I mean, Matt and I don't have a ton of conversations, but he did manage to give me a good grin and like a, eye wink, like I gotcha. And good on you, Matt. You did. And honestly, I've talked about his team. I think he has run into a lot of bad luck throughout the season.
Yeah.
Injury troubles, bye weeks at the wrong time, things like that. Just underperformances from good players. David Johnson
I guess he's winning his other league.
Yeah. David Johnson's still underperforming. Ben Roethlisberger throws about 56 times, still only gets 22 fantasy points, throws an interception late in that game. I mean, really, my troubles, I mean, Michael Thomas only gets 5 points.
What did I say about you?
In a Saints victory.
Oh, Andrew Luck is what I actually was disagreeing with versus Miami. I would have played Andrew Luck over Matt Ryan versus New Orleans. Now, I'll get you thinking there's going to be a shootout there. But I'm thinking Andrew Luck versus Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I know.
A better
that's a decision.
We're talking 3 points here, guys.
That's a decision I have to make on a week-in and week-out basis.
Yeah.
I mean, we have two good quarterbacks. I mean, I'm playing the matchups on a week-in and week-out basis. And
my thoughts. Those are my.
I go with them. Whatever. It cost me a little bit. I am happy. With my defensive trio that I've lined up for the playoffs. I think a lot of you guys should. That I have.
Notice how Dave didn't mention that on Weekly though, and all of a sudden Dave's got 3 defenses. And
I didn't. I mentioned it last week.
Yeah, last week after you already had accumulated them. So now you can go out there and play Dave's strategy, especially now that David thought there was only 1 week left when he told you that information. Actually, 2 weeks left in the regular season. He might have given it a, hey guys, thanks.
I'm happy that Nick Chubb shows up for me last week. That's a waiver wire pickup that really looks like he's the guy in Cleveland. I like that.
Yeah, Chubb, man. I remember watching that game.
Phillip Lindsay puts up a decent week. Somebody that's underperformed the last couple weeks, and he puts up a decent week.
He's one ugly son of a gun, if you ask me.
Kind of is. And I mean, honestly, this is why it's a fun time of the season. We're Sunday Night Football. The Vikings have the ball, and I am up by 0.16 points. And my opponent, they're up. Okay, I'm up 0.16 points. The Vikings are up, 10? Yeah. Right? And they just got to run the clock out, and they get in one of those situations where it's Dalvin Cook out of the game too. They decided to have Latavius Murray in the game, right? And
I was sitting with him.
We're in one of those situations where all I got to do is, they're going to hand the ball off and whatever, punt it away and make Aaron Rodgers score 10 points in the last minute with no timeouts. But they say no, we're going to take it to him. And they're going to throw a little pass to Stephon Diggs to get a first down and end the game right there.
Stephon Diggs.
And
he's got sticky ass hands.
And on the last legitimate play of the game, I go down in defeat. I needed it. Everybody wants to think that I'm the luckiest guy in the league. I've lost 2 games by less than 2 points.
No, hey,
that's tough. Let's go week 13.
Let's go. I think we took a little too much time on our analysis there, but it's okay.
That's okay. We got an audience of 3. They're probably more than happy here.
I think we got an audience of 5 now.
What, Steven's wife? Steven's wife?
No, I think, Jack, are you listening? Let us know you're listening.
I don't think he's
I don't think he is either, but he's been talking shit on the thing, which is cool. I don't mean talking shit like in a bad way. I mean like fuck around with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
A little late to the party on that one.
Yeah. But hey, fuck around, man. I'm down. Come on into the clubhouse. Let me put a face to the name.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Not a nice guy.
I'm not a nice guy either.
Let's start at the bottom, Mike, here. We're going to go with 2 non-playoff teams. We're not going to say much about it except for the fact that I believe this is the Battle of the Kickers again, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
What are you talking about? Oh, auto draft?
Auto draft and Lone Rangers. We got 4 kickers involved here. Will Lutz questionable.
I'm sorry, David. Can you remind me real quick? I'm sorry. Do we play 2 kickers in this league?
No, we only play 1.
We only roster 1?
You can roster 7 if you want to. But
we only play.
You only play 1.
Guys, come on, man.
Only play 1. And there's not even bye weeks left, so there's not even an excuse for that. That excuse doesn't work anymore. I don't know, man. I think
I ended up with 2 kickers randomly for half a week once because
I'm going to say
my guy with 5 minutes for the game, so I had to pick somebody up.
I'm going to go auto draft for the win here. And I will say, let's see here. Who do I want to say is going to have a big game?
I'm going against you.
Ooh, tough matchups. I'll say Carson Wentz puts up a big number this week at home against the Redskins.
I'm picking Tim simply because...
You like Tim?
I like Derek plenty too. Yeah, I like Tim.
You like Tim, okay. Yeah. Tim for them, so you go Tim, I go Derek.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Let's go with 4th and 20 versus...
I know he don't like me, but deep down inside he likes me. He just can't help but not like me because I'm his brother. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Tim. We love you. Whether you like it or not, we love you.
He doesn't watch.
I'm letting him know.
He doesn't watch. Next matchup is going to be 4th and 20 versus Team, who cares?
Who cares?
Right?
All right, yeah, I have a couple notes on this one.
Go for it. Let me know what you got.
Well, I have you should play Sanders over Tariq Cohen. That's about it.
For
who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Let's see here. Sanders, yeah, I would agree with that. I think that there's a little bit of speculation there if he holds that lineup true. Cohen against the Giants not really playing for much anymore. The Bears are playing for everything, and Tariq Cohen has definitely established himself as the best fantasy back in that backfield. Jordan Howard, the more first, second down back, but Cohen definitely the
more red zone guy,
more dynamic player, better fantasy player than Jordan Howard.
And then I go with 4th and 20. I think you got a good lineup. I mean, you got your lineup back.
Yeah, he's got the boys back in town. Those Kansas City Chiefs, that's definitely the litmus test for him on a week-in and week-out basis. I sound like a broken record, but I don't care. It is true. I mean, Patrick Mahomes,
10-team.
Patrick Mahomes, 28 fantasy points projected, which is just off the charts. But then, there's depth issues we're dealing with here. We're still dealing with, we're going to play Peyton Barber. We're going to play...
there's just so many guys.
Tyler
I had to drop so many guys.
Oh no, he's ride or die with this squad.
Yeah, I had to drop guys.
There's nobody left out there.
They were out there. You could have got them.
They're not out there. I think that I would.
Too late now.
I mean, especially after last week's performance, I think I would play Corey Davis at home against the Jets.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Over either Barber or Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
So I don't think you don't have to have 2 dozen in the lineup. I'm
gonna go with Jack's team on this one.
I'm gonna go with Jack's team. I'm gonna go with Chalk.
But team, who cares? That's the funny thing is he's actually labeled himself as he's gonna be the spoiler.
Well,
he's gonna keep ruining people's days. He's gonna ruin Dave's. He's gonna ruin Jack's. And the thing about it is, he could. Anyways,
he could. He could, and I wouldn't mind that.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't mind.
I don't. But I mean, like I said, this
one loss from Jack, and that locks me up in playoffs. Locks you up in playoffs.
Yeah. Let's go. The Tate versus the Sodomizer here.
Okay. Yep.
And now, just like Jack was dealing with buys last week, Alex was dealing with buys. He gets his boys back. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
He's got Gurley and Goff back. He's got to love that. Really, it's a solid lineup. I
just say Amari Cooper. I'd plug him in somewhere, probably in the flex. Let me see.
We're
doing over Landry.
Yeah, play him over Landry, and then we're sitting.
Who else? And then Allen Robinson is considerable from when it comes to the Tate team. I want to hear your opinions on that.
No, Robinson coming off an injury. Giants. The Tate team
We're playing against Giants.
I'd rather. Well, that's true. Tyler Boyd, Andy Dalton out for the season in Cincinnati. I don't even know who the backup is there. I have no idea. It can't be anybody good if I don't know who they are. No, he should probably move. Because he wants to play Carson too. That's tough. I see what you're doing there, bro. No, I'd stick with the lineup. Yes.
Okay.
I
had a question mark at that. That was my question for you. The more knowledgeable player.
Yeah, I'd stick with it. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'd stick with it. I don't like Allen Robinson coming out of injury. And, really, the Bears probably, they might dominate that game. Might not need any passing game, honestly.
We'll see. I don't see that much out of the Bears, but I guess they're supposed to be good. All right, game of the week, Thunderdome time.
We're not going to talk about the Sodomizer?
Oh. What, I forgot him? Oh, I already said Amari Cooper. That's what you got to do.
Amari Cooper, yeah, definitely has to do that.
Everything else, besides other than pickups.
Well,
I know he's going after the kid from.
But I like the Houston. I don't
want to say that.
Yahoo has a projection of a 20-point spread here. But I like. He's so heavy on Houston, playing at home against Cleveland this week.
Oh boy,
that's big for him.
Yeah, that might even get me to pick the Sodomizer, but.
Fournette gets himself suspended.
Dummy.
Gosh, just doing dumb.
Just doing N-word type shit. I'm sorry, Steven. I love you.
I didn't say that.
I did, though.
You did say that. You know what? I want to shake it up a little bit. I'm going with the Sodomizer this week. 20-point spread.
I know I'm going to be cheering for. I'm not sure who I'm
I like the Houston matchup at home. Obviously the Rams are
I'm definitely cheering for
the Rams.
Rams are less points, and
Rams are playing the Lions, so I mean that should be a good matchup for him. But I don't know, man. I do believe in a little bit of karma when it comes to fantasy, and Steven seems to be on the rise. Alex team's been steady all year long, but I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I say Sodomizer wins this game. Go, Steve. See you on the 17th. Pistons, Bucks.
Yeah, Alex, I know you're a viewer. You're not going to like this. I'm going simply out of loyalty to Steven. Steven for the win. I do believe you'll give him hell, but
you don't need to win.
I think Steven.
Alex doesn't need one.
Yeah.
You got enough points. You're going to get in. You'll be fine.
Number love. You ain't around no more, so it's not like you've been able to
limp in the playoffs at 8-6. Good for you. Who cares? We don't go to the Thunderdome yet. We go to Ridiculousness versus the Breeze.
Okay.
Another interesting matchup. We're going to look at Anthony's team. We're going to look at the Carolina Panthers.
What did I say? You can't have. All right, so for the Breeze knees, you got to go find yourself a new defense.
Yep.
You don't want to play Dallas versus New Orleans.
Nope, you don't.
Most dynamic offense in the league. Or at least
she's
number 3.
She's got to pay attention. That's the Thursday night game.
Yeah,
that's coming up quick. So she needs to get that fixed quickly. Otherwise, solid squad up and down.
Yeah,
I don't have any problem with what she's doing here.
Ridiculousness is consider Danny Amendola if he is healthy. Because he's playing Buffalo.
Yeah, but that Buffalo defense isn't that bad.
Yeah, no,
it's their offense that has killed them this year.
Yeah, but who else? He's got somebody weak in there. You know, Calvin Ridley. Yeah, not that weak. Hooper, he's got my boy.
I like Anthony's team this week because of the matchup at Tampa Bay. One of the worst.
I think Ridiculous is going to run away with this one.
One of the worst defenses in the league, and yeah, that's what I say.
I see at least a 30-point victory.
Talk about a team that needs a win. I mean, the Carolina Panthers 6-5, running the playoff bubble. They have to have this win.
Mm-hmm.
And going to Tampa Bay, I mean, they're just going to be like this. Eat. They're going to eat. They're going to eat. And
I see a big win for.
Yeah, I see that too. I see a big win for Anthony. I don't even really think it's going to be that close.
Yeah, either do I.
No, I mean, there's solid plays up and down the board. He has that Eckler pickup, which is going to mean Eckler's probably going to get a little bit more love now that Melvin Gordon's out. And yeah, Anthony for the win. Let's go. Let's see here. Do we have any games left? Oh yeah, we have one more game left.
We got a pretty important one.
Game being hosted in the Thunderdome. No.
But it is. The Robinson brothers going head-to-head as the 2 league leaders. And, I mean, shoot, Dave, this is kind of cool. All at the same time. It's fun that it's you and me. I mean, you know, I know who I'm going to pick. I know who you're going to pick.
We ready.
No, the funny thing is...
We ready for y'all. We ready. Pick it up. We ready. We ready for y'all.
No, I think we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. Actually, my predictions are both of our lineups are very boilerplate, except for maybe some pickups on the waiver wire. We'll see what happens tonight. It's one thing we don't normally discuss is what's going on in our brain when it comes to waiver wires, because, you know, I don't want anybody cheating me out. I know what I'm thinking. I know.
You know what I'm doing?
What?
Stay.
Yeah, I mean, that's also a possibility, guys. You got to think, just stay, because then you'll have the waiver wire next time. This time, I think I'm going to have to go for somebody. We'll see.
I think
it really just comes down to performances. We're talking about a 118.45 versus a 120.41.
Oh, and this is time to get dirty. Trust me, I'll be looking for kickers, nasty stuff, whatever.
All that nasty shit. You got to do it.
I think this matchup hinges on AJ Green's status.
Yeah, sure.
AJ Green, big performer, top. You know, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
I lose a big piece of my team.
Yeah, you do. You do. That stack is not looking nearly as strong now.
I mean, but not that bad. Look at Sony Michel. Still 14.03 points. I mean, my boy Gordon's normally like slotted for like 19 points. So that's a 5-point loss. That ain't that big deal. But
you have to do something about that defense.
Oh, definitely going to have to get a new defense. I don't want to play the Chargers.
I think I'm going to go with Luck this week over Matt Ryan.
Well, what are you doing here? Let me see.
Andrew Luck's going to play instead of Matt Ryan this week for me.
Jacksonville versus Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah. You know,
always been known for tougher defense.
Yeah. I mean, Jacksonville's defense.
What is his name? Jim Harbaugh over there?
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh over there. Yeah, he always got good defenses.
Ooh, can we do something after this real quick? Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Now a little segment for everybody out there. Anyways, I like Nick Chubb. I like my team. You like your team. I don't know. There's not much to say. I mean, I think I'm going to win. Obviously,
I think I'm going to win too. But it's fucking motherfucking murder match between the Robinson brothers.
Throw a blanket over it. Let us know what you guys think. Actually, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Team Dave or Team Spirit.
I hope you're cheering for me because I would like some cheering.
Team Spirit.
Team.
It's the spirit of the league, folks. I do. I do.
I want to win. Oh, here I come. Win.
Well, let me tell you something, Gene. The cream rises to the top. Yeah, that's what the top.
That was good. No, but I go like this too. Shake hands.
Ooh, the power! I feel the power. Oh, stop it!
But no, hey, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're very competitive people.
Yeah.
So the Robinsons will be wanting to win.
Yeah, it'll probably be a quiet Sunday night.
Yeah, it'll be quiet. So.
It's probably quiet.
Yeah.
It'll be quiet for sure. Actually, no, it won't be.
So you'll be in Vegas.
I'll be in Las Vegas, so
hopefully I'm just cheering the fuck out of
yeah.
Run, buddy, run! I close, so I won't be able to see much of the games.
Yeah. I want to touch on this Michigan-Ohio State game. Totally off subject, I know.
All right, let's touch on it.
But I'm sure that there's got to be some Michigan fans out there, right?
I mean, definitely. These people play fantasy football. If they're
what a disappointing, honestly, how disappointing of a performance is that from the Wolverines?
I mean, it's absolutely
Mike, you're
abysmal.
You're more of a neutral fan, right?
I lean to Michigan State.
Yeah, but you don't like.
I own a Michigan jersey.
Yeah, you don't actively. I actively.
I remember this. All right, here's a funny little story, real quick. All right, so Dave's bagging on Michigan. Dave's Floyd used to really, he went to Michigan State, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So anyways, Dave's bagging on Michigan. We're all drunk, and all of a sudden I show up. I'm wearing a Michigan jersey. And somehow Dave convinces me to take it off my back and throw it onto the roof. Like, fuck this.
Get this out of my house. Nonsense. I don't know what the hell you're saying. I
bought it because I lived in Florida, and Florida and Michigan were playing a big matchup like 4 years ago, and I wanted to be pro-Michigan versus Florida.
Ooh, I would have been cheering for Florida.
You're terrible.
Yep. That's how I
go ahead, comment on that.
No.
Do you think that...
No, why is... What, do I think what?
To the people, do you guys think that, should you cheer for any Michigan team because it says Michigan?
Absolutely. No, I would say
cheering for an Ohio team.
No, I would say this.
Oklahoma team, Georgia team.
No, to be a true college sports fan in the state of Michigan, do you have to either pick Michigan or Michigan State and then hate the other one, or can you be like the state of Michigan fan? I would like to know your opinion on that.
That is the arguments we've both placed forward to each other.
I think you've got to have one. You can't have both.
I think he's too archaic with the thoughts.
You're riding the bandwagon, man. Come on, ride the highs and lows with everybody else. Be a fan. Be a fan.
All right, what do you guys think?
On that note.
No, real quick. All right, so we got the future to look at.
Okay.
So, anyways, we have a very competitive ring at 7-5. We have me and Dave at 8-4. So, anyways, I just want to go through who we're gonna face, and you guys do your own thinking, but I'm gonna say, all right. So, Michael and me, Team Sweethouse is gonna face Dave and Jack. Tough finish.
It's a rough road to roll.
Tough finish. All right, Dave is gonna face me, and then Tebow. So that's solid for Dave. So even if he loses to me, he can beat Tebow. And if I go
limp into the playoffs.
Yeah, limp into the playoff.
Yeah. Strength of schedule, definitely you won, me too now. Go ahead.
All right. Alex, lick my tape, faces Steven, and then Jamie. Not necessarily an easy road for him.
I say it's you, then Alex. Now I'm still a third strength of schedule. Yeah, that's a little tougher.
Now Jamie faces Anthony and Alex. Tough.
Ooh, tough.
She goes into the gauntlet there.
Yeah, man, she got it.
Anthony has got Jamie. Tough team.
Yeah.
But then Matt.
Okay. So he's more towards the bottom echelon of the strength schedule.
Yep. Then Jack, the 4th and 20 squad. Funny side note, real quick. Didn't actually get. I was like 4th and 20. Who would ever want to be 4th and 20? It's funny coming from a pot smoker. It didn't dawn on me until last night. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
And you were like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
Anyways,
I got that the whole time.
yeah. So Jack has got Matt. So he could be right up there with us next week.
Could be.
And then me.
Huh?
Tough.
Tough way to finish, but
I mean, Matt
definitely towards the bottom.
Yeah. Steven, the Sodomizer team, has got Alex and Derek. I mean, tough if you're him, but he needs to win.
That's why if he gets a win over Alex, it's huge.
It's that.
Yeah, it's huge. If he gets a win,
he's got no points.
Yeah. Steve's got on the table.
Yeah. Derek, whatever.
Who cares? Go next one.
Tim and Steven. Matt, who cares again? Jack and then Anthony should lose both. But Tim, and again, who cares? Derek and Dave.
So Tim's going to go. Well, at least the one good thing about having an extra week in the regular season is that Tim gets to go 1-13.
I mean, yeah. He's got this wealth of knowledge just around him all day, and he decides not to fucking even talk to us about one thing. And when I do tell him something, he just ignores it. I mean, I know I'm no you, but I have a wealth of knowledge compared to Tim.
I mean, are you really asking me to comment about Tim's team?
No, I don't like to be mean.
Ooh! Boswell had the ball last week, though.
Oh, yes!
We were off together last week, and
I mean, I went so far as to plot the future. I wanted to say it.
Mike was taking a little siesta during the 4 o'clock games. He gave himself a little nap. But I managed to wake him up when Boswell has the ball!
Pass out, nap, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so my kicker threw a touchdown, and Tim's did.
Sorry. Yes. All right.
I should get a bonus point, like some bonus points for that. No. Tell the commish. No, commish. Like, seriously. Commish. Bonus points.
It sounds like unless commish listens to you, you don't want him to be commissioned next week.
No. Well, he's good at recruiting people. That's the thing. He's got those soft skills.
He's got good skills. I like the kid.
Well, yeah, he's got the soft skills. Like, hey.
I like the kid. I love you.
If
when he was leaving today, I said, I love you. If he looked me right in the eyes and said, I love you too.
If I would have asked...
And I fucking meant it.
No, if I would have asked everybody at Clubhouse to play fantasy football, it would have been me, you, Anthony, and Tim.
Yeah, because you don't want to, go. Yeah.
Maybe, Steven would have played. We would have had a 6-man league, maybe. Anthony can be like, hey, we're doing this. It sounds so much fun. All right.
You need... I was about to say a bad word. You need people like that around you.
And I'll be like this.
Anthony's essential to our play.
I'll be like, hey, I got a fantasy football. You want to play? They'd be like, no. I'm like, all right, cool, bye.
No, man, it's a lot of fun. You'll get into the league.
No, we do a show. Well, hey.
Guys like that are essential to our guys like us. Plans.
Sponsorship. Let's do something like this. Let's go into work. Go into work. Come on now. We gonna roll. Detroit City. Whole lot of soul. Detroit's going to work. Yes, sir. That's for the Pistons.
Yeah, we love the Pistons.
I do love me some Detroit basketball. And actually, you know what? That's one thing too that like the Pistons don't get enough love for is that like the fact you could be in a bus in like Tijuana and go Detroit and somebody's gonna do that.
No, for real though.
Somebody will do that.
I never thought of that.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know about Tijuana, but definitely in fucking New Mexico.
Albuquerque or something.
Yeah.
Clubhouse BFT.
Definitely Clubhouse BFD. We always like to have a shout out to Scott LePage.
Yeah.
Good owner. Pays us pretty decent. We love the guy.
He pays the bills. Check's always cash. That's good.
Thanks.
I do like that.
And we'll keep doing a good job for you. Keep filling your pockets. Yeah. And I don't even say that with any disdain.
Let him overflow.
Glad to do it.
Let him overflow.
Yeah. Glad to do it.
I'll pick up some nuggets on the way.
Yeah, me too. I'm just getting involved in your organization.
As always, we do it from the household, though. The OG.
The OG. That's Floyd, bro.
Floyd C. Robinson.
If you ever met him, you think we're cool? Trust me, he's cool.
Floyd C. Robinson. Folks, you know what? We're going to do this. My grandpa has a very unique middle name. I will give anybody out there $100.
100. I'll go in for 25 of that.
If
he makes more money than me.
You can guess my grandfather's middle name.
Floyd C. Robinson.
Yeah. And
very unique name. Do we give any clues?
No.
No clues. Okay.
No. Obviously, it's a unique name.
It's very unique.
Yeah. And you can guess as many times as you want, frankly.
No, not as many times as you want.
Oh, no. As many.
You get 3.
No. All right. I'll give you 100 as many times as you want. Unless, I might have to exclude Anthony. I might have told him.
Yeah, if you have carnal knowledge, you're excluded. But other than people who have carnal knowledge,
guess as many times you want. What's the C in Floyd C. Robinson stand for? Sweet announcement favor where the extras don't cost extra. I'm David Robinson. This is
Michael Robinson.
Have a good night.